the traffic, and we're gonna talk about mostly defense today, because I rarely talk about conventions. I'm gonna talk about one for a few minutes before we start. And it has to do with this kind of auction. The partner opens a diamond, right? You bid a spade, your partner bid 2 spades. What does he have?
He has spades, cubit, and points.
No, it's not a cubit.
No.
It's your partner.
It's supporting it.
Yeah.
It's just you and your partner, right? The opponents aren't big.
Oh.
Okay.
Just you and-
Take it a
Oh,
shot.
you and your partner.
Just you and your partner.
No. I thought that was the opponent up there.
So he's got at least 4 spades to
4
say he
spades
could
or
support.
3.
Yeah, 4.
Should be 4,
Four, at least
because
4.
he,
The way I
at the
can
one
play.
level, he only has to have 4. So you should take him for the lowest
Right.
amount and say in order to support it.
Yeah.
So you would need at least 4 to give him
Okay,
that 2
so
spades.
it's,
Right.
so spades, 4, right? How many points?
You went to 4?
No, he just said, I'm just saying, what
Oh,
he has,
okay.
he has 4 spades, right?
Okay.
Well, he is at least opening,
Your partner bid,
and he doesn't necessarily have a big hand because he didn't jump.
he didn't,
So-
you're right, so he didn't have a
Didn't tell you
jump,
another
so what he
suit.
has is probably,
13.
and also, what else didn't he do? He didn't open one no trump, right? So there's a good chance he doesn't have 15 to 17. So
So-
he probably has,
12 to 14.
exactly.
Can I ask a question?
Sure, go ahead.
The way I play 1 diamond, if my partner said 1 no trump, they're telling me they just have minimal points and they're not saying what you said. 1 no trump after a bid to me is not lots of points. Opening is lots of points.
No, I'm talking this, when this guy bid a diamond instead of 1 no trump.
Oh, I'm sorry, I thought you meant the other guy.
No,
I'm
that's,
sorry.
we're talking about what this hand has.
Okay, sorry.
Go ahead.
What if the guy with 4 spades had 19 points? 1 diamond, 1 up, 1.
Yeah, that's a good question. What do you think the answer is?
Double.
You can't
No.
double
You
your
can't double
partner.
No,
your
it's
partner,
only
they'd
fi-
shoot you.
Oh, I'm talking
Test him
about the
with
one
a 3,
spade.
try 3
Yes, we're
spades and
saying
hopefully he goes.
One
to 4.
diamond,
No, I,
1 spade, now this guy has 19, right? Which he very well could have,
Yeah.
right? And if he has 4 spades, what would he make?
4 spades.
Sure, 4
Yeah,
spades.
right to it if he has that many points.
4 spades. And it's a good question
Yeah.
because it's not a closeout bid. A lot of people think anytime you jump the game,
Right.
it's a closeout game.
Mhm.
But you gotta think about it. They're not bidding, so you don't really need to worry about them too much, right? They had their chance and they never entered the auction. And if your partner's going to 4 spades, he should have enough to make 4 spades, right? And what do you
he
need
did
for 4
give
spades?
his-
19
He did
points.
a 2 over 1 bid, so if you played 2 over 1, he
There's no
didn't
2
have
over 1
opening.
in this auction, right? 1 diamond, 1 spade, 2 over
Right.
1 is not part of it, right?
Right, so he doesn't have opening also.
So, well, no, he could have opening. He could have anything for that 1 spade bid.
Right, you could have
It's
5 or
not-
6 of them.
He could have 5 or 6, and he could have 19 points. It's 100% forcing if you haven't passed.
Right.
100% forcing. He could have anything, so when this guy bid 4 spades, he's telling him he has 19 points, and if this guy does have 14 points,
Ask.
6 spades,
Oh, okay.
right? 19, 14, 33 points, 6 spades. So 4 spades in that auction would show just what you said, 19 points. Okay, you all agree with this? This is almost right, almost.
Almost.
You don't think it's on the safer side to ask for aces to see that you got your bases covered?
Oh, back to the 4 spade thing?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then 6 spades? No.
No. Okay.
Typically, if you have enough points for it,
You got,
bid
you
it.
got these.
Because if you start, probably you have it. And also, when you start making extra bids, you're telling them how to defend.
You're telling what?
You're telling the
Telling their
defense how to
opponents.
defend.
Okay.
Like,
Giving
when
out
you,
too much.
if I'm sitting here with 33 points and a spade suit, and I, 33 points, and fitting spades, it's 6 spades. Can it go down sometimes? Can they have the ace king? Sure they can. It's a game of statistics. But most of the time, what you do, once you already know you're going to slam, just do it. Don't make extra bids telling them what they should lead, right?
But what I have found is sometimes you think you have maybe more than 6, you have 7. And the only way to do that is to ask
Okay.
for aces.
Well, again, that's wrong, because if this guy has enough, you'd have slam up, a grand slam, he should open 2 clubs.
Right,
It
yeah,
all fits together, right?
Right.
So it's a good, your thought is a good one. You should be thinking, you don't want to miss a grand slam,
Right.
but if I'm hit, but, if this guy had more than that, if he has a 22 plus hand, he should open 2 clubs, and it's a whole different auction. Okay, back to this. What does partner have? And this is almost right, what we have on board, almost. And bridge is a game where there's a lot of hands where there's no perfect bid. Like, I don't care how smart you are, there's no perfect bid. You're gonna have to lie. And it's a matter of what kind of lie you're gonna tell. And you want to do the lie that does the least amount of damage, right? And that's why they have, in the bridge bulletin every month, they have experts telling them what they should bid, and they got like 6 different answers.
Yeah.
Well, if there was one right answer, you would see it. Everyone would have the right answer. These are experts. They don't, it's not that they don't know what the bids mean, that there is no bid for that.
We played with neighbors the other week, and my partner opened a spade. I had 5 spades, some good ones, and I had 5 hearts, also good ones. Should I just go ahead and bid the spades?
how many points did you have?
13, 14.
Yeah, well,
You did.
basically,
Yeah.
you just bid, just like that, you bid,
I wanted
You
to
bid the
show
spade.
the hearts, but I did it wrong according to.
well, the problem is, you really can't bid the spades because you don't know what level to go to.
Right.
And they can pay, and like 2 spades is what? Weak hand and
Yeah.
3 spades, right? That can't be right. 3 spades, that's generally invitational, 10 to 12 points and 4 spades. 4 spades is, I got a lot of spades, but not very many points. None of those describe your hand. So you can't bid spades on your second bird.
I
because-
didn't.
because
I got criticized what I did.
Okay,
Well-
well, I thought you had,
Yeah.
I thought it was an excellent bid.
Yeah. Yeah, 2 hearts is your bid.
Oh, okay, well, I had the points also. Two hearts could have meant 4 hearts.
No, you need 5 hearts. 1 spade, 2 hearts always shows 5
Yeah.
hearts.
Okay, that was the good.
But, and your bid is 2 hearts because any number of spades is wrong. Like, you would like to bid spades, but there's no number that's right.
Right, okay.
So you bid 2 hearts and then let your partner bid again. Now you've told your partner we're forcing the game, right? You
Yeah.
bid 2 hearts, right?
Yeah.
Now you bid spades the next time, tell them we're playing spades, and now you find what level you bid. You could, you know you're going to at least game, but you might have a small slam, you might have a grand slam. And then once you bid that, the spades the second time, you go slow when you're playing 2/1 because you promised to go to game. Like, if your partner stops before game, you never play with them again. Like, basically, that's what 2/1 is. If you make a 2/1 bid,
Yeah.
neither
When they
partner
open,
can
that's
stop.
right, that's saying
Yeah.
something.
Okay, back to this. Say, this is you. say it's your partner. Just think about it, this is your partner, the one who just bid 2 spades. Well, he don't have 4 spades, right? He only has 3 of them, right? Right, this guy, and he bid 2 spades with that, right?
He's still, is this a brand new thing, or you using the same thing but different hand by him?
No, this is.
Brand new?
This is what your partner has. The one who just bid, supported you by bidding 2 spades.
Oh,
We're not
okay,
talking
now I
your
got you.
hand anymore.
Now I got you. I
We're
thought
talking
you were
your
on to something
partner's
else.
hand, right?
Oh,
Okay.
he bid it without 4 spades.
You did it, okay, do you like the fact that he did it, or you don't?
I do.
I don't.
I do, because to me, it's a demand bid when you play in minor suits, and I want your best major. So 4 is the minimum. I would want him to say it.
Well, this is almost right,
Almost.
that they should have 4 spades. If you don't like him bidding 2 spades with only 3 of them, what would you have him bid?
2 hearts.
2 hearts is a reverse.
2 diamonds.
Yeah, I think I'd do the 2 diamonds too.
2 diamonds would show 6 diamonds.
Always a
Yeah.
major.
Yeah.
Can't do that.
Always a major.
If you bid, well, right,
I thought it showed 5 diamonds, because he only needed 3 to open, and you had to have
when you
an 8.
when you rebid a minor, it shows 6.
He needed 4 diamonds to open.
Well, usually you'll have 4,
Yeah.
but occasionally you might be stuck. You might be 4, 4, 3, 2. You might have 3.
But he's
But-
not opening with a diamond. I'm getting confused.
Yeah, he did
This is
open
your
with
partner.
You did, but
No, this is your partner's
Okay.
hand we're talking about. We're not talking about your hand anymore. We're always
I got it.
talking your
I
partner's
finally
hand.
got it.
Your partner can't, if your partner bids 2 hearts, that's a reverse. And it's a reverse because if you happen to have diamonds and not hearts, what are you gonna do? You're gonna put them back in diamonds, right? You have to, right?
Yeah.
Your partner bid diamonds and then hearts, and you don't like hearts, but you like diamonds. Well, you can't bid 2 diamonds, right? Maybe here you could, but in most places, you can't bid 2 diamonds, right? You've got to bid 3 diamonds. That means you're forcing the auction up to the 3 level. That means you have a pretty darn good hand that you're contracting for 9 tricks, opposite a minimal opener, right? So
Maybe
anyway, 2
one
hearts
more
is a
time.
reverse. That would show 17 plus points. It would show 5 hearts.
That's where
That-
I
that would get you
heartburn
shot.
with
You can't do
reverse. But how about 1 no? That's saying I have maybe 1 short of your spades. If you got 5, we gotta
Well,
fit. If you don't, we don't. How about 1 no?
okay. That's certainly an option, right? The points are right, the spades are right.
A singleton club though.
Right, singleton club. And your partner bid spades, so you could be sure they're gonna be leading clubs or hearts, right? They're looking for your weak suit, right?
Right.
So when you bid 1 no with that singleton club,
Not good.
it's not wrong, but you better hold your breath, because you might have an avalanche coming down on you.
Yeah,
It's a highly risky bid. I wouldn't say it's wrong, but I would say it's highly risky. And I would say that almost no high-level player would bid one no.
right. Because you're telling your partner you got the suit stopped, could that be,
Yeah,
and you
this is
don't?
only two, and not only don't you have it stopped,
Yeah,
you only got one of them, that makes it likely that they're gonna be running them down your throat any
Right.
time now, right?
right.
As opposed to if you had like 4 little ones, you might not have it stopped, but anyone you have, they don't have, right?
So what would you bid?
Yeah, what's the worst of the least of
Well, that's the
evils?
point. That's the point. One no trump is risky. 2 diamonds, that's 6
Don't have 6?
diamonds. Now, sometimes you might do it with only 5, but,
5 is all I know for
but
that.
it's wrong. It's wrong.
How many did you have to begin with? You just had the 3? Oh, let me
Well,
see.
it's probably 4. Remember, he opened them. It
4.
could have 3 if it happens to be
Yeah,
4,
I'd
4,
like to
3,
give
4.
mine as a lot.
Sure,
It's
Most people
4 or
don't.
more. Probably 4 or more.
probably 4 more, but it doesn't matter. If you rebid your minor suit that you opened, it shows 6. That's the basic
I
bid.
always went 5.
Well, don't do it. It's
Well,
6.
5 and 3 makes 8. I'm looking for an 8-card fit.
It doesn't matter, it shows 6. That's what it means. When you rebid your minor, you're showing 6.
Okay, if that be so,
It's so.
you're telling your hand 8 or 9, would that be a help?
Well,
Whether it's
remember,
8 or 9?
yeah, it's basically describing your hand. You don't rebid a 5-card minor, except maybe you would if your diamonds were really good. If I had 5 diamonds, ace, king, queen, that might be my best lie, right? Yeah, I only got 5 of them, but I got the ace, king, queen, right? This look like the ace, king, queen to you?
No.
No, that's an emaciated suit, right? So, you could bid 2 diamonds, but that's a bad lie, right? Because your diamonds are so terrible. Like, I would do it if I had ace, king, queen, small, small.
Oh. Then,
Then
yeah, if you had good diamonds, you'd settle for the 5. Okay, I
Yeah,
gotcha.
well, I'd still be lying, but it'd be the best lie I
Right,
could tell.
yeah,
Rebidding a diamond, a ratty 5-card diamond suit, that's a bad lie. And just like we said before, 2 spades, right? It's a lie, right? I'm showing 4 spades. That's what you expect
right.
your partner to have. But hey,
So
I
that's
got a
why.
bid, right?
But you had the ace and the queen, so that made
right.
you,
Yeah, that makes
Once you-
it even,
okay,
makes you even
helps.
happier. It's the least lie I could tell is the point.
Yeah.
And it's the correct bid. And what you should be always think when you're bidding, how's this hand gonna play, right? Bidding and play should be connected in your mind. It shouldn't be like, now we're bidding, I'll worry about the play later. You should be worrying about the play every time you bid. And when I got 3 good spades and I'm gonna be roughing clubs, right? With any luck, I'm gonna rough a couple clubs for partner. I'll give them 2 roughs that they're not gonna have if we don't play spades. So in terms of play, so 2 spades is the call that any upper level player would make, and they wouldn't even think about it. Here's some other hands that you would also again, this is, we're talking about partners' hands. You don't even need those good spades to bid 2 spades, because what are you planning on doing here, right?
Roughing.
rough and clubs, right? All the bids that were bad before are still bad now, right? Like one no trump isn't quite as bad because at least you have one stopper.
Yeah, the ace.
But if they lead it on the go, your ace is gone, and if your partner doesn't have a stopper, it's
It's
not
the
good.
end, yeah.
Singleton ace. So anyway, this is also the two spade hand. Now I'm going to show you one.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Well, now you're not trapped anymore, right? You would still open it, a diamond, and when they bid one spade, you can do what? What's a natural bid? You're not trapped anymore, right? What's a natural bid? You opened it, one diamond, your partner then bid a spade. What's a natural bid?
Well, what's natural for me probably isn't natural for you, but
What do you think? Take a
Because-
guess.
Diamonds.
No, you already bid diamonds and you still only have five.
right.
And
Oh, that's right.
And that
So
was,
it's
because
not-
that's not
I
a
knew it was
natural
five,
bid. What's
that's
a
the
natural
obvious.
bid? What's
The
a natural?
clubs.
Two clubs, right?
Uh-huh.
That's your natural bid, right? That shows probably five diamonds and four clubs. It might be four diamonds and four clubs, but you got four clubs. You're entitled to bid them, right? And if your partner likes diamonds better than clubs, you didn't push him up to the 3 level. He could always bid 2 diamonds, right? So it's not a reverse, right? You didn't push your partner up. 2 clubs is a natural bid. And I can tell you, that's what Aletha would have done. She don't care, like, man, if I got 5, I'm showing you my distribution whether you want to see it or not. Here it is. She would do it every time, and I know she did it every time. The opponents didn't know, but I knew. I could tell you, if it was me, I'm not bidding 2 clubs. I'm still, yeah, I'm gonna do what?
One no.
No, two spades.
Back to that.
2 spades, back to 2 spades.
Yeah.
I'm still looking to get roughs here. That's what I'm thinking when I pick up that hand. I'm looking to rough hearts. I'm looking to probably rough 2 hearts, plus I have the ace of spades, so they can't play a spade in another spade, knocking my spades out. I'm looking to get 2 roughs. And anytime when you have a choice between a major and a minor, when it's close, majors pay better. Majors is 30 points a trick, minors is 20 points a trick. You only play minors when you don't have a choice. And I got a choice with this hand. They'll be playing 2 spades. And pretty much, I wouldn't say everybody, but almost everybody would be 2 spades. Aletha would not.
And that's only with a 6-card fit.
No, your partner opened a spade, remember? The partner has at least,
Oh,
bid a
that
spade,
one
didn't open
here.
a spade.
Okay, I was
Like this
looking at
shows
this
4
one here.
spades, right?
Okay.
Your
yes.
partner has at least 4. They might even have 5.
Okay.
Okay, explain to me how you know you get probably 2 roughs in this last hand.
Basically, I'm gonna be playing hearts right away. And then I'm gonna look for the rough with my 8 and 3. Like I might not get them, but there's a good chance I will. Like with any kind of luck, because it's, especially having the ace of spades in hand, because now I know they can't play ace of spades and a spade, making two of my trumps
Yeah.
disappear on the go, which nasty opponents do. In a club game, not many people would find that. But at high enough level, they'll find it. But anyway, I'm looking to the second and third round of hearts, I'm looking to rough. And with any kind of luck, I will. Okay? I would bid two spades all the time, and so would most people. But not everybody. But everybody would do it on the first two. Every good player would definitely do it on the first two. Almost everybody would do it on the second two. And that brings me to the convention I wanted to talk about a little bit. And I rarely talk about conventions, as Cheryl will tell you, right? When's the last time you heard me talk about a convention?
I don't know.
A long time, right?
Yeah, a long time.
Okay. And this is an easy convention. And I'm not saying you have to play it, but you should know it exists, and if you think it works for you, at some point, use it. You might want to wait until you get a hand, and you say, boy, I wish I was playing that, it would really help me. That's usually the best time to add a convention, when you get into a situation where, you know, I'm really messed up here, I wished I had that, played that convention.
But your partner has to know this.
Yeah, I was just
Yeah,
gonna
right.
say the
Well,
same
you and your
thing.
partner. Well, and always play with the best partner you can,
Yeah.
and the best partner you could stand. It's called Spiral.
Ah,
It's a commonly used convention. Sometimes I play it, sometimes I don't. It's not something that I would insist on, but if my partner wanted to play it, I would. And it has to do with this. That two spade bid. What you're gonna see is a lot of people are gonna be bidding two when they only have three and they should have four, right?
uh-huh.
That's what's gonna happen. They should have four, right? We agreed on that in the beginning. They should have four, but then we put up all these hands where, okay, it's good to do it with three, right? With Spiral, lets you ask them, what do you have? Spiral is, what do you have? Bid.
I assume that my partner, if it has long spades and a few points, he's gonna tell me that again. I don't,
No.
he won't
Once you-
necessarily?
He's asking the
Once you
partner.
have that option, we agreed we're playing in spades. Your partner's probably not gonna tell you anything about spades anymore.
So you wanna know how many spades he has.
Right, you wanna know how many spades he has, and as long as you're asking, what else can you find out?
It's points.
Yeah,
Those are the
points, right?
Two things you care about, yeah.
Yeah. So what Spiral is, two, no trump. That's the Spiral bid. It's not that I wanna play no trump now.
No.
It's that I want to find out more about your hand. Right, it's a what do you have?
So does that mean they're forced to bid, if they don't really have
They're
another
forced to
bid, you force them?
Yeah, if they don't bid, you just shoot them. Yeah, they're forced to bid. It's like a transfer or something like that. You don't, your partner is now taking control of the auction, they're asking you a question, and your answer can't be, I'm not answering you.
So if it's a three spades, do you take that to automatically,
No,
you're gonna go to
they have
four?
Specific things. Like if they answer, this is your answer to the two no trump bid, right?
Uh-huh.
You bid two no trump, it's back to your partner. If the answer is three clubs, that's the lowest bid, so what does he have?
Only three and just barely opening points.
You got it,
Three spades.
three spades,
Yeah, that's what you're talking about.
and something like 12 points. Yeah,
So how does your partner know that's not an unusual two no trump?
unusual two no trumps
Five card,
are never made unless the opponent's bid.
Yeah.
They're a bid to interfere with opponents.
Well, I'm back to his one spade. To me, he should have never bid it if he only had three.
It can't be
At
never,
least
we
four.
just did that, right?
Yeah, so you just put three down there again, we're going, and so I don't understand his three club response to you when he had to have four to start with.
No, we just agreed you don't have to have four. You usually have four. You're expected to have four, but sometimes you're trapped. And a lot of times you're trapped in that auction. Like those three hands that I just erased, every one of them, they only had three spades.
That would be hard for me to bid, I'm sorry, if
Well,
I only had three, but anyway,
you
go ahead.
need to. It's not an
Well,
option.
I haven't needed that, because usually with my hand, I'm gonna have
Well, if
a
you
good
had,
chance you got four cards of a major suit, it just is.
if you have any of those three hands that I had on the board and you don't bid spades, you're gonna end up in a worse contract.
If that's my
most of the
best
time.
suit, but,
No, not your best suit. Every other contract is gonna be worse. That's what we went through. We went through all the other bids,
okay. I'll
all
have to-
the other bids.
I'll have to try that sometime, I
Yeah.
don't see it now.
Anyway, Doug tapes it so you could see those hands again, and you could see if you bid anything other than spades, you're gonna end up in a worse contract, even though you only have three. It's not a good thing to do, but it might be the best thing to do. That's the point. It's not that, boy, this is great. It's, I'm trapped. What do I do when I'm trapped? Make the best bid you
That's
can
all you
make.
got.
Make the best bid you can. So sometimes you're gonna have three spades, so just what you said was exactly right. Three clubs shows three spades in about a 12-point hand, right? Pretty crummy opener, right? Because remember, they can't have a big hand to begin with to a bid. Okay? Three diamonds, what do you think that would be?
Only three spades and a few more points.
Exactly. Three spades. And somewhere around 14 points.
so the difference is the points.
Between three clubs and three diamonds. And you remember, you're offering more and more as you bid more and more. Three clubs, I got the minimum points I could have, and I have the minimum spades I can have. If you want to keep going, but that's all I got.
So we might see three hearts here.
Yeah, and three hearts is next. And what do you think three hearts is?
Four spades.
Exactly, now we got four spades, and what do we got for the points?
12 to 14.
Well, remember, they only have 12 to 14 to begin with, right?
Right.
Okay, then the low side.
Right, just like you got it here,
Yeah,
it's,
okay.
it's a minimal
12
hand,
points.
right? It's gonna be around 12. And three spades. What do you think? How many spades you got?
I'm
Four
lost.
spades.
Well,
I'm surprised you're still in spades when either one of you said that many.
we're answering the question. They just asked us the question.
Just
What-
five.
I would've been in the
Four
no trouble
spades.
by now.
Yeah, well, anyway, three spades shows what?
Four spades and 14 points?
Right, four spades and about 14 points. It just, this is what this hand answers after they're asked the question. This hand is asking, how many spades do you really have? And how good a hand do you really have?
So,
That's a nice convention.
Do
What?
you have an idea by now where you want to end up?
Well,
Certainly do, right?
Yeah.
this hand should know, right? They asked the question, they know exactly what this guy had. Now, they can now bid three no trump if they want. They can bid four spades if they want. Or they could bid three spades if they don't even think they have a game. So they could set the contract.
Right.
After you get the answer, And these are your answers, right? And set the contract. And now you could play no trump if you feel like it.
Yeah, I would play
So if partner opens one diamond and then you open one spade,
No, you respond one spade.
you respond one spade, what would you have to have where you would ever bid at that point 3 spades? After the one spade?
Oh, 3 spades, invitational. I basically have a good hand, but not quite good enough for game. So I probably have something,
What would that say about your spades?
You'd have 5, wouldn't you? You wouldn't do that if you didn't have at least 5, would you?
yeah, no, you could, this guy has 4, so this guy
Can have 4,
can
right?
have, can have 4, and he could jump. So if you jump to 3 spades, it's invitational. So basically, somewhere 16 to 18 points and 4 spades. Enough to invite, but not enough to go if this hand's at the bottom, right?
Okay, so more than the 14 points in your last, yeah.
Right,
Got it.
right.
But something kept him of not opening up one no trump.
Yeah.
Maybe he had a singleton and couldn't.
Yeah, some, but once you get 2 spades, like, you're also showing you don't have a big hand because you would have jumped. Right? You're not,
Right.
so part of it is fit it together, like if it's 2 spades, yeah, you can't change the fact that it's an opener. Once you open, you can't talk them into, no, I really don't, right? There's
Didn't
none of
have
that.
that much.
Yeah, I didn't really mean it. There's no, you didn't really mean it, Vince. So anyway,
So you have as me up there, and I'm getting 2 no trump. For me, in order to initiate this convention, I'm sitting there with at least 5 spades and,
no, you might have just 4 spades,
okay, so
but you
4
basically
and-
have a
How
good
many
hand,
points?
because you could stop at 2 spades, right?
Right,
When he bid 2 spades, if you're sitting here with 6 points,
right,
Yeah.
so,
we're high enough, right? Whether you have 3 spades or 4 spades, if I'm sitting here with 6 points, whether I have 4 spades or 5
so
spades, and I
you're
still have
talking
6 points.
10 to 12.
Right, I have enough for invitational, so and I would say I'd have to have like a good 10 points or a good spade suit. 10 would be the minimum that I would do this
And
with.
you wouldn't want a singleton if you're bidding 2 no trump in
No,
your hand, no, right?
no, because
No way.
remember, 2 no trump is not offering to play 2 no trump.
Right, but it
It
still
says-
is saying something.
No, what it's saying is,
Asking.
you're asking a question, what do you have?
It's not stating anything you have anyway.
Right, I'm not telling you what I have, I'm asking you what you have, it's just a
Okay.
question. I could have a void even and do that, because I'm not volunteering to play no trump, right? I'm asking you a question and you have to answer it. Okay, well, I think I ran through this longer than I meant to. Thank you all for coming, if you have any
Thank you.
questions, I'd be glad
Thank you.
to answer.